These are the last American-made products still worth buying in 2025. And the reason nobody talks about them should make you question everything you think you know about manufacturing in this country. While you've been told American manufacturing is dead, the reality runs much deeper. Yes, 7.2 million manufacturing jobs have been lost since 1979. But what the headlines miss is that some American companies didn't just survive. They doubled down on quality while everyone else chased cheap labor and lobbied against right-to-repair legislation to keep consumers trapped in replacement cycles. The numbers tell a story the media won't touch. Searches for made in USA products only surged 220% last year alone. Americans are waking up. But these products threaten the entire business model built on planned obsolescence, and that's exactly why nobody talks about them. Lodge Cast Iron, founded 1896 in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Population 3,100. 400 of those people work for Lodge. When their foundry burned down in 1910, they rebuilt in 3 months. During the Great Depression, when cookware sales collapsed, the Lodge family kept every single employee working by making animal-shaped doorstops and garden gnomes to keep the furnaces burning and the paychecks coming. Today, Lodge ships 1 million pounds of iron product every week, all melted, poured, molded, finished, and packaged in that same Tennessee town. Their PR manager puts it perfectly. The wealthy in China don't buy anything made in China. They know quality, and they want American-made. Think about that for a moment. Chinese millionaires trust American craftsmanship more than their own, but American consumers have been conditioned to accept cheap imports as inevitable. Darn Tough Vermont, founded in 2004 in a 40-year-old mill in Northfield. Socks made from fortified merino wool with an unconditional lifetime guarantee. Not a marketing gimmick, a real guarantee. If you manage to wear a hole in them, they replace them free, no questions asked. The company was literally founded on one principle. If you can't make something that lasts, you shouldn't make it at all. American Giant, the clothing company that went viral when Slate called their hoodie the greatest ever made. Founder Bayard Winthrop had a choice: compromise on quality to meet demand, or let orders back up. He chose to let customers wait. Within 24 hours of that article, they'd sold everything they'd ever made. That hoodie cost $108. Keeping the sewing step in America adds $17 to the cost. But Winthrop did something revolutionary. He explained exactly why, using total cost of ownership principles. No corporate doublespeak, just the math. American labor costs more because American workers earn living wages, work in safe conditions, and have rights that can't be ignored when quarterly reports come due. Here's where it gets interesting. The FTC has assessed over $4.3 million in penalties for fake made in USA claims since 2021. Williams-Sonoma paid a record $3.17 million penalty. The FTC is now sending warning letters to Amazon and Walmart. The chairman declared July 2025 Made in the USA month, and the message was clear. The era of fraudulent American-made claims is over. These brands share common traits that should sound familiar if you remember when products were built to last. Family ownership or founder leadership that thinks in decades, not quarters. Investment in R&D rather than cost cutting. Employee retention measured in decades rather than months. And most importantly, they bet their entire reputation on every single product they ship. And here's the real reason nobody talks about these products. They expose how unnecessary most of what we buy actually is. When you own a Lodge cast iron skillet that your great-grandchildren will inherit, you stop buying new cookware every few years. When you wear darn tough socks with a lifetime guarantee, you exit the sock market permanently. That's terrifying if your business model depends on replacement cycles. The momentum is building. Reshoring announcements in 2023 alone accounted for over 287,000 jobs, more than 50 times the annual average from the early 2000s CES. American Giant just partnered with Walmart to sell US-made t-shirts in 1,700 stores, proving high-quality American goods can compete on price when companies prioritize efficiency over executive bonuses. But the window is closing. Tariffs and trade policies are creating artificial demand for domestic products, which will inevitably drive prices higher. The companies building real value today, the Lodges, the Darn Toughs, the American Giants, represent your last chance to buy American-made before they become luxury goods, priced beyond middle-class reach. The choice is yours. You can keep feeding a system designed to extract maximum profit from minimum value. Or you can invest in products built by companies that stake their reputation on every single item they produce. They're still here, they're still building, and they're still American.